Good morning for me. Good evening, good afternoon for you. My name is Kirsten Bartels, and I have the great honor and privilege of being the Chief Academic Officer for Akadasia. We have a wonderful chat for you today, and you're going to get to know more about the people in the team and the insights of why Akadasia is what it is. And we're going to talk more about the importance of continuous professional development for educators in relationship to technology. So, the first person that I get to introduce today needs no introduction. He is one of the co founders. He is the country manager for the Philippines. He has a marvelous sense of humor and is one of the kindest people you could ever hope to meet. My dear friend, Roy Platone. Roy.
Hi, Kirsten. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night to all our friends and colleagues from all over the world. Don't mind my video because it's kind of lagging. So I will be the talking Akadasia logo in the meantime while we're here. So again, it's my pleasure to be with all of you this afternoon. Again, it's 2 weeks again. It's been so fast, and now we have a really exciting news to share. And I think, Kirsten, you'd introduce our distinguished guest to showcase what we have in store for our audience today.
I think this is the first time I've gotten to introduce him. So he is a co-founder. He is the CEO. He is a generous heart. He has a wicked sense of humor as well. I couldn't think of anyone more engaging, more fun to work for and with. Our CEO, Nilesh Bhatia. Wow, there's my voice again. Sorry, guys. It's like 3 in the morning for me. Oh, Neil, come back.
Hey, hi.
Hey.
Um, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And Kirsten, as always, has butchered my last name, but that's fine. I'll just call her Kirsten instead of Kirsten.
That's
I
fine.
will just Kirsten. But thank you, everybody, for joining us today. I really appreciate it. And we have some wonderful news to share with all of you today. But before we get to that, we shall basically be looking at the importance of CPD for all teachers. It's a pretty hot topic these days. Won't you say, Kirsten?
It's incredibly important today more than ever. And it's interesting because when I was looking to join Acadasia, one thing that was really exciting to me was that you took a different perspective of CPD credits. Why did you do that? What is this approach and why is CPD so important?
Um, I think a couple of reasons, right? So first of all, if you really look at how CPD has been, how professional development has been ongoing so far, okay, before COVID, has been primarily face to face. Now, when you are learning things face to face for professional development, there are some inherent issues that crop up. First, teachers are busy. Okay, they're extremely busy. So I will like to kind of give a huge shout out to the teachers out there today on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If you are busy, please let us know that you're busy, right? So I know that they are very, very busy. And the moment you tell them professional development course, that you have to attend a face-to-face professional development course, a lot of them get stressed out because that means if I leave my class, my school, and attend something for 2 or 3 days, when I come back, there is a sheer load of backlog that I need to clear, work backlog that I need to clear. Okay. So that's the first problem. And because of that, a lot of teachers have to go to these CPD courses reluctantly, very reluctantly. The school management or the principal or the dean might have said, Kirsten, you better go and attend this course for 3 days, right? And you have no choice. You got to go. But when you come back, there's this pile of work waiting for you. The second thing that happens with face-to-face is when you go to these kind of programs, you are there for 2 or 3 days. That's it. Beyond that, there is no way for the teachers to then continue with that development. And especially if you're attending something where you're constantly being distracted by sending emails and completing other work on the side and things like that, um, those 3 days pass by without you really learning too many things. Okay, so it's very difficult to pick up quality, learning and apply it to your own instructional design. Um, and then if you want to reach out to the facilitator for more questions, there is no way unless the school or you are willing to pay an extra amount. That's the other challenge, right? The third challenge with this is um, you can't really scale face-to-face trainings very quickly and very easily, right? So, for example, when you have a face-to-face training, you might have 100, 200 teachers in a room, and you might have 5 or 10 facilitators working with them. But if you want to train 1,000, 100,000, a million, how does that happen quickly? That is a very difficult, problem to solve. And I think most government organizations around the world are actually struggling with scaling that level of training. The fourth issue is teachers sometimes don't have a choice of the programs that they want to attend. So, for example, I may be a very good, I may have a very good understanding of how to use my LMS, right? But I still get sent to training because the school says so. But maybe I want to go and learn some other tool, but that doesn't happen, right? So I'm forced to take up things which I may not need or I may not be interested in. So there's no personalization in the learning. The fifth challenge is language. A lot of these programs that you find online these days, or even in face-to-face environments, unfortunately are only available in English. Okay, so for our dear teachers who are, say, in countries where English is not as widely spoken, what happens to them? Why can't they get access to the best professional development content? So when we were thinking of all of this, at last year, in fact, we felt that, hey, listen, somebody needs to step up and do something for the teachers. I mean, there are thousands of education technology applications out there, and most of them, if not all, are focused on students. How many of them are focused on teachers, on the teachers' well-being? And that's exactly why we started Akadasia and FREEJOO. So, yeah. So that's why our approach is quite different.
Well, and I want to go into that a little more. When you were talking, I had flashbacks to a training session that I went to, and it was the standard trainer that had the PowerPoint slides and that printed off the PowerPoint slides and handed them to me. And then all they did was read their PowerPoint. Now, I can read the PowerPoint slides because they gave them to me. And in that instance, I decided that one of us didn't need to be there, and
Yeah.
I picked me. But the approach that you have to the courses are very different. You don't have this approach of everyone has to sit in the same place for X amount of hours.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely correct. So, I mean, I've also seen that a lot of PD that happens these days, even when it's happening online, right? It's fixed hours, right? You have to be there at that time. Not all teachers are available at that time. Or even if they are available, maybe not all teachers have access to internet connectivity at that point, right? Or maybe they have only one device at home, and maybe they have their own children who need to go and study online, and they can't access the PD. So why are we then still, getting teachers to attend PD courses like school children? We should be really looking at, kind of practicing adult learning theory and applying the adult learning theory to teachers' training programs. And that's exactly what we've done. So for us now, at Akadasia, we don't have any fixed time. Teachers can learn anything they want at any time they want and in the language of their choice. So that really frees them up to do other things as well. They don't have to complete a particular course in 2 days or 3 days. They can take up to 6 months to complete a course. It's really up to them on how deep they want to kind of go to. Yeah.
It's you have created this wonderful team, and I've heard you go and do introductions and talk about things for a long time. And because I get to ask you anything I want today, and Roy, you can answer some of these questions too. Um, you talk about that this is a low bandwidth technology. Um, what does that mean?
Right. Uh, so when we designed FreeJoo, okay, one of the big challenges was internet connectivity. And I think over the last couple of months that we've been running virtual events, a lot of teachers, when they ask questions, they also mention that, hey, internet connectivity is bad. So how, right? So that is something that we've always kept in mind to make sure that, whatever platform we develop, we want to make sure that it takes very little internet bandwidth for you to open up the entire platform and to learn. The problem is every time you open an app or you download an app, you have to pay. There are internet charges that you have to pay for. So what we are trying to do is basically what we've tried to do is we've tried to develop a system where as long as you are within the FreeJoo environment, you don't really have to download too many apps. They all work within FreeJoo. So the apps open up very fast. It's a web-based thing. So as long as you have a mobile device or any simple laptop, even an average internet connection, you should be good to go. Of course, you do need internet. Unfortunately, we are not a telecom company that we can provide internet. But as long as you have access to, even decent, bandwidth of internet connectivity, you should be good to go without having to download too many things. Yeah.
So one thing that you've said that's been very important, and Roy, you've said this as well, so I want to hear from you. You talk about that Akadasia is a mission-driven organization. What does that mean?
Absolutely, Kirsten. That's a great question. And for those of you who are just joining the stream, my video is kind of not working properly, but I will be the talking logo for now. I'll be the talking head for Akadasia. Yes, definitely. The mission really is empowering educators everywhere. And we stand by that mission very dearly. We believe that teachers or teaching is really the most important profession in the world, because basically we are the ones preparing the next generation to join the workforce, to be leaders in their respective spheres of influence, and to really make a positive impact and change in society. And if we mold them correctly, if we guide them correctly, then we can really forge a better path for humanity in the future. And which is why teaching is really very important. So at Akadasia, we do this by helping teachers in how they learn, what they learn, and when they learn. So anytime, any place, whether you have fast or slow internet, whether you're doing it at 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., being able to find that sliver of time, create that habit of continuous learning and improvement as you go forward. Because even if as little as 15 or 30 minutes a day, every other day, it adds up during the week so that you can professionally develop yourself, enrich your skill sets. And when you are getting into that lifelong learning habit, then you can actually pursue and find better opportunities for yourself. And that's where the opportunity to earn more also happens. So we are building that all into FreeJoo now. It's basically one place where you can do the training and the learning, as well as access all these opportunities for economic gain. So we're really providing all these, unlocking all these opportunities for all our teacher members on FreeJoo.
So, Roy, early on when I joined, I had the privilege of going and attending some of the sessions you ran. And you would bring up this issue that I think it's important that you expand on here. Because some people think that, COVID is going to go away. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I wish it would. But so isn't this whole thing of online training and online teaching, isn't it just a trend? And you had a
Uh,
great answer for that, if you remember.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I'm glad that you asked that question, and we've actually had a lot of our training programs and webinars. A lot of people asking very similar questions, right? But what we always stress and bring this up with people is, you know, what we're really building is an entire range of skill sets. Basically, we don't know when the next disaster will happen, right? So it could be this pandemic, it could be the next pandemic. In the Philippines, in particular, we're right around the Pacific Rim of Fire, when that just means there's a lot of volcanoes and earthquakes, right? So anyone in the Pacific area, you know what I'm talking about. Plus, with climate change and all these other occurrences, wherever you are in the world, I mean, like even in the U.S., you have terrible winters and huge wildfires going on. Right now in the Philippines, there's a Category 4 or 5 storm upcoming, and that's not to mention even man-made disasters, right? Whether that's the war that's happening now, in Afghanistan or what have you. So there are many kinds of disturbances that will happen, but does that mean the learning of students will stop? Does that mean that we have to pause the education of our young ones? Absolutely not. We in Akadasia believe that we should create every opportunity for learners to continue learning, regardless of their year level, whether it's K to 12 education up to adult and professional learning. You should have access to these learning opportunities regardless of these disasters. So we're actually building disaster resiliency into all into society. Actually, if you think about it, so becoming a FREEJOO member allows you to be better equipped and to be more disaster resilient, because even if you're not teaching in the classroom, I can just tell my students, hey, let's just move our class today to the online format. We'll do a synchronous mode, and the learning can continue. And that's really the power of online blended approach.
Excellent. So when I interviewed to join this team, you both put, especially you, Neil, put all this emphasis on community, not only within the management and the people who work tirelessly behind the scenes. And I think we should give a shout out to those who the teachers and everyone don't get to see. We have a wonderful team of people that make these events and everything else happen. But community was an incredibly important aspect to the founders of Akadasia. Neil, Roy, can you expand on why community matters so much?
Um, there's a old saying that it takes an island to raise a child. I'm sure a lot of teachers have perhaps heard of that. It takes an island to raise a child. So similarly, for teachers, if you want to learn and you want to upskill your own selves, it is better to be a part of the community and learn together and learn with each other and share ideas and help each other grow rather than learn in individual silos. I think that part of the community makes it very, very um, um, it makes it a very strong proposition for teachers to even want to upskill, because typically as adults, and I'm guilty of that myself. Every time that I want to kind of join up for an online course myself on my own, I will start up, and then after about 2 weeks I'll just drop out, right? And I've been guilty of this before. But when you work with a community, you egg each other on, you support each other. I know I can basically rely on my community to help me when I get stuck or when I am thinking of dropping out. So I can if I don't understand something, I can always go back to you, Kirsten, for example, and say, hey, I don't understand this, can you help me? Or it could be, hey, I learned this new thing today, let me share with you as to how I've deployed it in my class. And that kind of encourages and empowers everybody within that community. And that's why it's so important to us at Acadasia that we build FREEJOO as the largest online community of teachers. It's not an LMS. It's not a MOOC, which is only doing courses. It is a community where teachers can gather, share problems, share jokes, talk about life, talk about their classroom disasters and successes, and at the end of the day, build their own networks all around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to add to this. Basically, what we want to be able to do is give these opportunities to build communities of practice. Okay, so we've all entered this pandemic, at the beginning, and it was very challenging and very hard for all of us, whether you're teachers or learners, educators or students. And basically, we're coming into this learning each day together. And as we build this community of practice together, then we can share ideas. And I'm really happy to see, all our friends from all over the world. We have friends from India, from Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and basically we have guests every 2 weeks at the minimum, and we're able to kind of get ideas and key insights from all these expert and wonderful educators, and it all contributes to this community of practice. So having the FREEJOO community be online and through this platform, when you become members, you get access to all these resources. You get access to all this knowledge and community. Plus, you have all these materials that are available as micro courses, as certificates, as videos that you can rewatch. Plus, you can communicate and chat with each other on the platform, and that's really something that we want to make it much easier for everyone to do. I saw some of the comments that CPD or professional development is very difficult for for a lot of teachers. Sometimes they don't have their license, so they can't continue practicing teaching because they're deficient on some of the points. What we're doing now in FREEJOO is working with partners all over the world, each country, each accredited institution, and get as many accredited CPD programs on the FREEJOO platform so that you can learn anytime, anywhere, and get your certificates with CPD points on FREEJOO. So we're making that much easier for everybody to maintain their licenses and professionally develop.
So how does this relate to the future of work?
That's a very good question, Kirsten. So if I was to kind of ask all the teachers today, if they could explain to anyone what is the future of work, what does it really entail, I'm sure a lot of our friends here today will probably tell you that they don't know. Okay. Now, if the teachers don't understand what the future of work entails, what are the skill sets that the students need to develop so that they could be successful in the future when it comes to finding employment for jobs that perhaps don't even exist today? How do you then expect our teachers to develop courses to help our students be successful in the future? So it is very important for teachers to really understand what future of work is. And the only way to actually do that is by continuously updating your own skill sets. Continuously updating your own skill sets. And this digital transformation, we're talking about digital transformation across all industries. Okay, every single industry has moved forward. It's going digital. You look at F&B, if you look at banking, we do e-wallets, we do the cashless payments. If you look at F&B in Singapore, at least, we can now order, using a mobile app. All of this has been digitized and transformed. And teaching is perhaps the most important profession in the world, because without teachers, you don't have any other professions, right? And if the teachers are not able to, or do not want to, transform their own selves, then everybody else suffers. So when it comes to training students and preparing them for careers of the future, jobs of the future, it is important for teachers first to understand what that entails. And that can only happen when they go through a wide range of professional development courses, and also become lifelong learners themselves. Because if the teachers are not lifelong learners, how and why should we expect our students to become lifelong learners? So that's why it becomes very important for teachers to really consider, you know, to constantly stay at the top of the game, constantly be updated.
Well, so it's interesting because when, again, I've been with Akadasia for 5 or 6 months now.
Too
It
long.
seems like not long enough. Um, but and I want everyone to understand that this banter that you see, this is genuine. We bounce ideas off each other. We don't always agree, but we have this community. So community is incredibly important, and so is team. People really, really support each other. But one thing that was so important to me is your approach to making your these courses, these continuing professional development courses, affordable to teachers. Why did that matter, and how are you doing that? And what does affordable mean?
Okay, so I think affordable, cost and affordability is subjective,
Mhm.
right? But what we wanted to do was we wanted to make sure that no teacher anywhere in any part of the world has any excuse to say that I can't do these courses or I can't upskill myself because I can't afford these courses, right? If you look at a typical cost of CPD courses, they range from about 50 to 100 over US dollars per head. Okay. Now there are a lot of teachers, who can afford it. A lot of schools, all the international schools, can perhaps afford that. But there is a much, much larger group of teachers and schools who cannot afford that. Okay. And then it becomes a question of equity. The ones who can afford it, the ones who can't afford it. So what we've tried to do is to make sure that no matter if you're a public school teacher, in Mindanao, or if you're a international school teacher in Singapore, or you're a college professor in Europe or Africa or wherever, you should be able to afford the programs with FREEJOO. And so, what does affordability really mean? I will talk about that later, okay?
Okay.
Because I think a lot of people might just get shocked when I tell them what affordability really means for us.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Well, I want to shift gears for a little bit because this is different. Tonight's fireside chat is very different than everyone we've had before. And it's different in a couple different ways. I think I said different a lot of the times in that sentence. That got away from me. Um, but so we've changed it. Now you're going to do something in a minute. I don't know if you're ready yet, but you're going to create a course for them for this fireside chat. Can you explain the shift in how we're going to do fireside chats from this point going forward?
yeah. So there's going to be a huge shift in moving forward. First of all, um, I think it's important for us to make an announcement, a very important announcement, so that everybody knows, what's going to happen moving forward. So I think the important announcement is the fact that we are so excited to announce today that FREEJOO version 2 is now live. All right.
Woohoo!
So you can actually go to freejew.com today, right now, and sign in and get access to about 20 different courses straight away. Okay. And that's the 20 courses are all free. So you can actually go in and you can actually sign up for the lifetime membership, and you can join any community of practice. There are many communities, within the platform. And of course, I will, show you the entire thing in a minute. But having said that, the format is definitely going to change for all these virtual events. So up until now, we've made these virtual events available to anybody and everybody. And this will continue. We will never, ever stop with that. The virtual events will be available to all teachers from anywhere at any point for free. Okay. However, I know a lot of teachers keep on asking about certificates. You know, will I get an attendance certificate? Will I get a certificate of participation? For attending a webinar and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, you will. However, moving forward, to get the attendance certificate, you will have to complete a short course along with this particular event. So you will really be able to not just sit and listen to speakers speak and discuss ideas, but you will also get the opportunity to put those ideas into practice. So you can really, really learn. It's not just about attending a webinar anymore. It's about attending a webinar and then applying whatever you've learned as part of a course, and then attaining a certificate of achievement. And that certificate will no longer be on a PDF like we used to do, but it's going to be on blockchain, so that teachers can actually use this as a proper credential to even further their own careers. So that's basically what's going to happen. And so moving forward, starting today, if you're looking for a certificate, sign up to FREEJOO, sign up for the importance of continuous professional development, complete the requirements, and you can get your certificate. And for this week's certificate, of course, it's part of the course. But moving forward, if anybody needs a certificate, they will have to become a premium member as well. And we will talk about affordability. I had said about affordability, and I will talk about affordability towards the end, because I think a lot of people will probably fall off their chairs.
Well, I don't know about you, Roy, but I'm ready for Neil to actually show the system and show what FREEJOO is.
Yeah, absolutely. Super excited to demo the platform to everybody. It'll be really exciting so that everyone can see. I think we even have some participants who've attended our previous training workshops and programs and have seen version 1 of the platform already. Probably some of you have already registered and tried some courses. Now we're showcasing to you version 2. Okay,
Yep.
so this is the new, brand spanking new, upgraded, new and improved version of FREEJOO.
Yeah, so thanks, Roy. Thanks, Kirsten. And let's get right to it. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate version 2. And like Roy said, we've had version 1 up and running for about a year and a half. We have already onboarded about 1,000 teachers on version 1. On version 1, all we had was 8 different courses available. That's it. That's all we had. And we had about 1,000 teachers who went through those courses. Okay. Now, over the last couple of months, we've been talking about 21st century education. We've been talking about how to engage students. How do you build communities of practice? How do you build your international linkages? How do you design engaging courses? How do you learn and integrate various edtech tools? FREEJOO version 2 will show you all of that and how you can use the technologies integrated there right into your teaching and learning practice. So let me get right to it. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so share screen. And I'm going to go right into FREEJOO. So welcome everybody to FREEJOO version 2. And as you can see, the entire experience is completely different from version 1. So here, I would like to point out straight away that we have built in a social networking element to the platform. So this will allow you to network and reach out and build your own relationships with teachers from all around the world. So you can learn from each other, you can share ideas, you can even do joint research projects and so on and so forth. Then we have something called SkillEd, which gives you access to a range of professional development courses. So eventually, Akadasia will be launching about 60 or 70 different courses. But as of today, we are launching 21 courses, and all of those 21 courses are free. Then there's also something called DesignEd, which is probably the easiest way for you to create your own courses. And we will demonstrate that today as well. And by early next year, we are launching an online marketplace and an employment portal, which will allow teachers to not just learn, but even earn from the platform. So you will have a lot of earning opportunities from the platform as well once these two elements go live as well. The other cool thing about the new platform is we can now do languages. So the entire system can actually be translated in different languages. So we can do the entire platform in Hindi or in Bahasa Indonesia. So here you go. So this is, Indonesia, or we can even do Vietnamese, or it could be Filipino or Tagalog. So there are many language options now available for teachers. So if those teachers who find it difficult to read or understand English can still get access to learning. No excuses that language is a problem, no more. All right. So we can actually learn in the language of our choice. So for those people who are still on FREEJOO version 1, there is a link provided here. If you still need to access version 1, you can click here and you can still go back to version 1 and complete whatever you need to. But eventually, we will appreciate it if all of you can migrate and create new accounts on FREEJOO version 2 as quickly as possible, because by, I think, November or December this year, we will be discontinuing version 1 and everything will happen here on FREEJOO version 2. So now let's sign in. So I'm going to sign in into my account. Okay. And here again, I am not a robot, obviously. So I'm going to log in. And right away, you will see that now you can create your profile. So as part of your profile, you will be required to upload some proof of identification. This could be your valid teacher's license, or it could also be, your valid staff identification pass if you are, teaching in a school or a college or university. So here we are inside FREEJOO. So here is, you will need to upload this, and you will be given, I think, about 7 to 10 days to upload your identity proof right here. Okay, so please do that. And this will actually allow us to create a safer community for all teachers, where we are not disturbed by any other element or which might hamper our learning. So we want to make sure that this is a community for educators, by educators. You can update your contact information. You can even update your professional details. And if you want, you can update a resume as well. You can link all your social medias. So I know there are a lot of teachers out there on TikTok. You might want to link TikTok. You might be able to, find followers for your TikTok or YouTube channels or whatever it is. So you can build all of that here. And I'm again very happy to state that we are now GDPR compliant as far as privacy and security policies are concerned. So GDPR is the compliance policy that is used across Europe, and it is probably the most stringent privacy policy, security policy anywhere on the planet. And we are GDPR compliant, meaning your data does not reside with us. If you delete your account, all your data is gone along with the account, right? So we don't keep any of your data. So there is no way for you to deselect this. The only thing you can do if you're not happy with the GDPR compliance, you can delete your account, okay? And over here on the left, you can see you have the newest members. So let's see if anybody signed up recently, active 4 seconds ago, registered 1 minute ago. So we can see who all have just registered. So I think there are a lot of teachers out there just now in the audience who are registering as we speak, which is great. And we can see the active members, and we can see the most popular members here as well. And over here, you can see people have already started uploading their photographs. So please go ahead and you can actually upload a photograph by just clicking on the image. There will be a pencil icon, so you can click on this and upload your own photograph as well. And if you want to edit this background cover, you can click here on edit cover image and upload and customize your own look and feel. Okay, there I can see Miss Marissa active 10 seconds ago. Welcome to FREEJOO, Miss Marissa. Okay, and you can also see who's online, who are the recently active members. All of that information is available right here. Of course, we want to build our own network. So if I click here on the left, we can see something called members. So when I click on this members tab, I will be able to see all the teachers on FREEJOO, every single one. So I can see who I want to add in my own network. I want to build my own network, so I can actually go and see who these teachers are, and I can actually add them. So let's go and add Mr. Daniel. So Sir Daniel, I'm going to click on your profile, and we can actually see Mr. Daniel's profile here. And if I want to add him to my network, for example, all I can do is say, click on add connection. So now I have connected with Sir Daniel, and the moment he accepts my connection request, we can start communicating with each other. All right. So it's pretty much as simple as that to start building your network. And again, building this network is free. It's absolutely free. So you can please go ahead and start building your networks, right? So here you can see all my connections. So anybody who's connected to me is all here. And if somebody has sent me a request, I should be able to see the requests here. Okay. Then if I click on CollabEd, this is like your Facebook/LinkedIn newsfeed. So here you can basically post whatever you want and share it with the rest of the community. So I can see Lauren became a registered member. I can say like, and I can say, welcome to FREEJOO. Okay, so again, I can see all these teachers, registering and signing, so we can actually start communicating with the with teachers as well. And here you go. Mr. Pablo says, "Hi, Akadasia. Thank you for accepting my application." And I'm just going to say like. I'm going to say most welcome. I can post anything here as long as it is not offensive. If, of course, anything is offensive, the post will be deleted by our community development managers, and you'll be given a warning. And if you continue posting offensive stuff, you'll be banned from the community. So just keep that in mind. There are community guidelines. Okay. Of course, the most important thing is for you to learn. So we want you to learn and upskill yourself and be much better teachers. So if you want to learn, you can now click here on Skill Ed. So when you click on Skill Ed, you will see a list of all the courses which are now available to you. Okay. So if you click on Skill Ed, you will see at the moment we have about 21. There you can see 21 courses available in English. And these courses are not just for teachers, but they're also for administrators. So your principals, your deans, directors, they too can actually learn from here. So there are several courses available, and you can actually go in and learn at your own time, at your own pace, no problem at all. Okay. And you can see here that there are several search categories. So you can see which kind of courses you want to search for. And you can even search for language courses here. I think we will be launching the Bahasa Indonesia courses by next week. And in about 2 weeks from now, we will have the Hindi and the Vietnamese courses live as well. So let's get into one course. So for example, now, if you want to earn your certificate for today's virtual event. So today's event is the importance of continuous professional development for educators. So after this event, you can actually come here. You can click on this course. Okay, you can click on this course, and you will see what the course is all about. So here for now, we have a preview. I'm sure a lot of teachers watch Netflix, right? And just like on Netflix, before you watch a movie, decide which TV show to watch or which movie to watch, you can watch a preview. So similarly over here, you can actually watch a preview of the course. So let me give you an example. For this particular course, if I play the video, this is what it looks like. Okay, so you guys get the idea. For every single course, there is a preview video, so you can actually see what the learning objectives are, what the requirements are, who's the target audience, and what is the course duration. And you can decide whether you want to take this course or not. It's really up to you. And if you want to let your friends and your colleagues know that you're taking this course, you can actually click here and share that, hey, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, you can actually go and share and tell others, I am going to start this course. Who wants to join in the community that I'm building, right? So you can actually build your own friendship circles, your community, to actually learn together. I can already see there are about 8 people enrolled in the course. And now, if you want to enroll into the course, you will have to click here. Of course, over here, you can see continue course. But if you have never taken this course before, you will see enroll. So you will have to click on enroll. And once you do that, you will be able to go to the lesson. So let me show you what the lesson looks like. Now, typically online learning, we have seen it is basically people uploading PowerPoints and text and video, and that's it. But what we have done is we've taken a different approach. We have tried to build several engagement opportunities for teachers to learn by doing, not just learn by reading or watching, but by actually doing something. So let me give you an example. Lesson 1, introduction, topic 1. Straight away, it says, where are you from? Okay, I'm going to click here. And okay, this is obviously not working. So let me just go back and let me try again. Let me see if it works. So basically, what we've done is we've built, engagement activities right into the lesson. So here we are. So there's a link here. So now we have built Mentimeter right into the platform. So when I click on Mentimeter, Mentimeter opens up and it asks me, where are you from? Well, I'm from Singapore. So I'm going to click right here. I'm going to say submit. There you go. And then when I go back and click on next, I should now be able to see where everybody is from. And let's see. There you go. We have so many people, who've actually added in links. And we can see that there are about 7 people who've already submitted their responses to this particular question. So when you click on next, there will be more stuff for you to read, more stuff for you to learn from. Okay. And if you click here on the left corner, you can see that there are all the topics are here, and they're all short topics. So the entire course you can complete in about an hour or 2. But you can see that all the courses, all the topics are here. In fact, you can come back to this after 6 months and still learn, because the video of what we are doing today is already available right inside the course, right here. So when you play this, you will be able to rewatch the entire stream right inside the course. Okay, so if you've actually added a comment, you might actually see your comment as well, even after 6 months, right inside the course. Then in terms of assessments, I think this is a big pain point for a lot of teachers. How do I build engaging assessments? So we have different ways to actually assess. So let's look at this here. So here, for example, we have a poll straight away. In the poll, we've asked a question: what prevents educators from accessing quality continuous professional development on an ongoing basis? Maybe it's expensive. So if I can click here and vote, and there you can see the answers straight away. So it's a very, very interactive way for you to actually learn and engage with the platform. But that's not the only thing. We can even record a video. So for example, Flipgrid, I'm not sure how many teachers have actually used Flipgrid here, but now Flipgrid is right inside FREEJOO. So you do not need to download the app to actually access Flipgrid. So here, for example, I can click on this password. I can copy. I can click on the guest password. I can click on paste, and I can go. Okay. And right away, I'm inside Flipgrid. Okay. So let's go and add a response. And of course, my webcam on this particular computer is not really working well, so you will see this, but you can see that there is video, and we can actually put in effects. So I can let me see. I can put in a sticker, maybe this, and we can move the sticker around. We can move filters. We can put in text, all kinds of stuff. So it is a very, very interactive way for us to build our lessons and learn and have fun at the same time, right? It's not just about watching a video or reading some text. But having said that, I must warn you, because my dear friend Kirsten, who's designed most of these courses, has embedded quizzes inside videos. So in case you decide to skip the video, you might miss out on a quiz completely. So I warned you, be careful, right? So let's move ahead. So as you can see, it's a very easy way for you to actually go and learn anything that you want at any given point. Now, once you complete this course, the system will automatically send you an email which will allow you to get your certificate. So if I was to, in fact, I should have shown you that. So let me just go back there. Okay, so let me just go back there and I can show you what the email will look like, so that you can look out for this email after you've completed the course, and you will get a certificate which will be on blockchain, so that you can go and verify this at any point. Okay, so if I go back to the course, I'm going to go to assessments.
And
Again,
I
keep
want
in
to say
mind,
something quickly, Neil, while you do
yeah,
this.
go ahead.
The reason that Neil can go straight to assessments is because he's done the rest of the stuff with a course.
Yeah.
You can't just go in and skip to the end and get your certificate. That's not how this works.
Yeah. So you can't just jump and try and go straight to the assessment. You will not get a certificate that way. You will have to complete everything in order to get your certificate. So you'll have to go through. So if you see here, I have already got all the orange ticks, which means I've already completed the course. I've already gotten my certificate. So you will need to kind of go through this entire process and get your certificate. So there's an exit survey which is built in, which you complete, and then you will see something like this. There's an email which you will see, which will tell you how to go and access your e-certificate. So this email looks something like this. All right. So you will see something like this, and then you will click on View My Certificate, and straight away you will be brought out to a website where you can view your certificate. You can download it. You can share it on Facebook or LinkedIn or any of your other social media platforms as well. So all of that is free for this particular course and the other 20 courses that you can actually go and learn from. Okay, let me go back. I think the other big pain point for most teachers is, how do I build my own course which is engaging for my learners? How do I build my own course, right? Most platforms give you the ability to build a course, but what I have been told is that the process of designing a course online could be quite difficult. There are too many options available, and you have to jump from page to page to page, and sometimes teachers might get lost in the process.
Oh, other
And
technologies, other LMSs are not intuitive. You semester to semester, I can say that I've forgotten how to do things like make the course available to my students and other things. So
yeah. So again, if you're a teacher who wants to develop engaging courses but finds it difficult to design courses online, well, stress no more, because let me show you the easiest way to design courses on any online platform. So all you need to do is click on Design Ed. Okay, I'll click on Design Ed, and now we can build courses inside Design Ed. And the reason why I say that this is probably the most easiest way for teachers to design courses is because you can design your entire course on one single page. Okay, no need to go left, right, up, down, nothing. It's all here on one single page. Everything that you need to do to build your course is right here. So let me run you through the process. Okay, once I'm in Design Ed, I click on Course Info. Let me put in a title. I can say the title today is, Kirsten, can you give me a title?
Deconstructing Twinkies.
Okay, let's do a course on deconstructing Twinkies. Okay.
We were talking about Twinkies before we began the chat, if people are wondering why we picked that.
So now I want to put in a course description, so I can pretty much type anything I want here. I can select my search category. So when the students are searching for my course, They can pick, they know how to search for my course, so I can pick multiple categories. So these, if you remember from our previous fireside chats: collaboration, communication, creativity, critical thinking, the 4 C's of 21st century education. So you can actually put these search criteria for your courses as well, so that the students can look for your courses. You can decide which language you want to build a course in. So you can do it in Hindi, Tagalog, Thai, Vietnamese, and so on and so forth. You can decide what is the level of your course. Is it for beginners? Is it for intermediate students? Or is it for experts? So you can decide that. You can build competency tracks. So this is primarily for internally for Akadasia courses. And you can decide whether the course is free or paid. And then you can design your own certificate and select from here, so that the students can get a certificate as soon as they complete the course, just like you will after you complete the courses. You can also build in content dripping. So I can now enable content dripping, and this will allow me to build my course content and make it available sequentially. So meaning your students cannot jump from topic 1 to topic 2. They have to finish topic 1 before they jump to topic 2. Okay. So you can build that in. And we can even do prerequisites. So for example, I can say that deconstructing Twinkies is a level 2 course, and I want my learners to complete some other course before they join this course. So we can actually even set those prerequisites now. You can upload a thumbnail, you can upload an image, and you can upload an introduction video right here. And once you're done, you can just minimize this window and go to the course builder. And this is where you put in the meat of your course. So here, for example, I can put in my first lesson. So it could be, say, Twinkies 101. Okay. And my lesson summary is they are sweet to eat. Okay. That could be my lesson summary. And I can add my lesson. Of course, I can put in any photograph, any kind of PNG file, JPEG file, no problem, GIF. You can actually upload all those kind of media files as well. And now within this Twinkies 101 lesson, I want to build a topic. So I can build my topic and I can say, I don't know, vanilla Twinkies. Okay. And love vanilla. Vanilla flavor is the best. Maybe that's my lesson plan, right? And here again, you can add in all the media elements that you want. You can add in all kinds of file formats. And now here's the coolest bit. Flipgrid, H5P, Edpuzzle, Canva, Padlet, Mentimeter, all built in. So all you need to do is basically pick up your embed code from any of these things and plunk it right into the course builder, and you can actually link your apps together so that your students don't have to download anything. Okay, so let me give you an example. So here we have on Canva, I'm on Canva, and let's say, for example, if I have my this image here, which is FREEJOO, we are live. So all I can do is I can just go here on Canva, click on see all.
Neil, we can't see that screen. We can only see your FREEJOO screen.
Okay, I know why, because okay, hang on, let me just stop sharing and I will reshare. Hang on, thanks for letting me know. Share screen.
Yeah, while we're sharing, I guess, and just establishing the share screen again, there are lots of questions in the chat. Okay, so just to clarify some items here for everybody. So you do not need a coupon code to register for freejew.com. Just go directly to the website, and then you'll be able to register directly. Some of you might be experiencing some issues on loading times and screens. So let's say connection timeout. Don't worry. Just try to refresh your page until you get the registration form, and that's okay, because it depends also on the connection and where you are at. Okay, so just keep trying. We've had several of our members here live been able to register and create their free accounts easily. So have a little patience as well. And then if you are, let's say, experiencing, invalid activation links and whatnot, you might be trying to register on version 1. Okay, so just to be very clear, this is version 2, and that should be available on freejew.com. And there should be no more activation links being requested of you or emails. Just go straight to freejew.com and you will see the version 2 that's being demoed during this webinar right now. And then after you've gotten into FreeJew and have your account, don't forget to sign up for the course. You need to be able to enter the course itself, enroll in the course, click enroll, go
Yep.
through each of the 14 steps, and then you will get your certificate sent to you by email. Okay, so
Yep.
those are just some reminders. A lot of questions, repeating questions in the chat for that. So that's how we use version 2, the new version of FreeJew.
Right. Thanks, Roy. So let me show you how I embed Canva right into FreeJew. So now I am here on Canva. I can click on these three dots here on the side, on the top, see all, and then there is something called embed. So when I click on embed, I can basically say embed. Okay, copy this HTML embed code, just copy that, and I can go back into FreeJew, click on Canva, and just paste. That's it. It's as simple as that. And you could pretty much do that with any of these apps. And in fact, we will be adding more apps as we go along. So you can actually build all of those engagement tools right inside your course so that your students can actually be very, very engaged and have fun while they're learning. Of course, this is not the only thing. I know a lot of teachers always ask us, how do we do live synchronous sessions? Well, we have a thing here now called synchronous learning. So when I click on synchronous learning, here you go. We have Jitsi and Zoom integrated into FreeJew version 2. So if you have your own professional account on Zoom, you can use unlimited time, or there might be a limitation of 40 minutes. Or you can use Jitsi, which is free, and it comes with unlimited time. So you can actually use Jitsi as well if you want to, just by clicking on this. And that's it. The meeting name, the meeting ID has already been set. Nothing more for you to do. And your learners will actually see the Jitsi link in there on the front side. So when they click on it, Jitsi will open up right inside the same browser. No need to download anything. And it's a very secure way of meeting your students because the meeting name and the ID is created randomly and it sits right inside your course. So only your students who are enrolled in that course will be able to see that link. All right. Then, of course, the other thing is in terms of quizzes. How do you build quizzes? So there is something here called quiz. So when I click on quiz, I can put in all kinds of quizzes. So I'm just going to put something here. I can put in a passing score. We can decide how many times we allow our learners to retake a quiz. We can set time limits. We can upload any quiz materials. Maybe there's a pre-learning thing that you want, a pre-reading material that you want them to go through. You can decide how you want the questions to be displayed, whether it's one question at a time or all questions at once. You can even enable custom question ordering. So for example, if you have a question bank, okay, say maybe you have 40 questions, you can randomize the question order. So every student will get a different question to answer. So no more copying anymore. You can randomize the answers as well. So every student sees a different answer to pick from, right? And then once you've made your options, once you've selected your options, you can just add a quiz. And straight away, you can start adding your questions and building your lesson. So here, for example, I can add a question. Why are Twinkies so delicious? Why? So
yeah, it's making us hungry, I think, Neil. And just as another reminder to everybody, okay, you'll see on the upper right, it says a sign up or sign in button and version 1, okay? If you are creating a new account on FreeJew now, you don't need to click on the version 1 link. Just go straight to sign up for version 2. I think the reason why some of the chat comments are you're creating a link, an account for version 1. If you do not have a version 1 account, do not do that. Do not make a version 1 account. Just click on sign up button for the version 2 account, which is what Neil is
Yeah.
demonstrating now.
I will show you again how to do this. So just have patience. Just have patience. Okay. I will come back to that and I will show you how to sign in again. So here we are building a quiz now. All right. So we've got add question. We can now add an message for the learner. So if Roy was my student and if he says, if why are Twinkies so delicious? Maybe his answer is because they're made out of vanilla. I would go, yep, good boy. Okay. But maybe if he says, oh, because who says they're delicious? I would say, nope, bad boy. All right. So any kind of a message that you want to display, you can actually display for your learners. You can select what points you want to offer for that particular question. And then you can decide what kind of a quiz you want to build, whether it's single choice, multiple choice, short answers, sorting, matrix, fill in the blank, or if it's an essay type of you want them to submit a PDF or a PowerPoint, they can actually upload that, or you can do an essay or open answer. Okay. It supports all kinds of video formats. So whether you're picking it up from Google Drive, whether you're picking it up from YouTube, Vimeo, no problem at all. You just click on video and you should be able to add videos as well. Just drag and drop or browse or just upload a video right here. Okay, so very, very simple. Now here's a cool bit. I promised you we will not go out of one page. And here we are. We are still on the same page. We haven't moved out. Okay. We can even add in additional instructors. So we can actually, Roy, Kirsten, and I, with three of us can design a course together. So again, we keep on talking about community of practice, community of practice, community of practice. You can actually do this now. You can actually build courses together as a community, right? And here, for example, you can add in how many hours the course, what is the course duration, what are the benefits of the course, what are the requirements of the students. So maybe if you need them to have a webcam or a microphone or a particular textbook, you can actually put that here. You can even upload an entire textbook here if you want, or a PDF file as part of the course materials. And when you want to make the course available to your students, you now have two options. One is you can make this course public to all teachers on the FREEJOO platform. So you got to be careful about this one. Because if you click on that and if you click on publish, every single teacher on FREEJOO around the world will be able to see your course. So if your course is not designed well, they will all be able to see it. Okay. But what you can also do is you can click here and say, make this course available only to teachers from my institution. So when you click this and when you publish, the course will now be available only to teachers and students who share the same email ID as you. So for example, if you're from, say, if your email ID is xaviers.edu.ph, anybody with an email address xaviers.edu.ph at the end will be able to see that particular course. Nobody else. Okay, so you can actually build all of that in right here. But wait, there is more. There is more. So in version 1, we were communicating with teachers using a third-party app called Slack. No more Slack, okay? We've now built the entire communication platform for each course right inside FREEJOO. So to speak with your fellow teachers who are also taking the same course as you, or to speak with a facilitator who's in charge of facilitating a particular course, all you need to do is click here on the left and go to groups. When you click on groups, you will see that every single course has a pre-assigned group as well. So when you sign up for a course, make sure that you also sign up for the group so that you can talk to the teacher, you can talk to the facilitator, the course, the program director, and you can ask them questions. So you can really ask them all kinds of questions right there inside the groups. And this is something that is also very unique to what we do. And we want to make sure that you do not have a problem understanding any of the content. So if you think that there's something that you haven't understood in terms of the content, please go to the groups, find the course of the attached group of the course, and then join that. I think the system is freaking out because we've got about 1,000 odd people trying to log in all at the same time. Um, so maybe because of that, but let me just click here on groups again. We'll just wait for it to open up. But I guess all of you get the idea that what we are trying to do here is to build a community where everybody can learn together and create their own courses together as well and communicate. So here we are. So, we've got groups built here. So you can basically find the correct group and join that as well, so that you can basically go and communicate with anybody from that group. So as you can see here, all of this is now a group that you can actually join, and these are all courses. These are all courses. Okay, so within the group you also have something called rooms, which I won't get into right now because I think people might just get confused. But there are different rooms that you can actually set up, so you can have a conversation in your own language. So if you're a teacher from Bahasa, if you're a teacher from Indonesia, for example, you could have a group, a course group with a room just for teachers from Bahasa, from Indonesia. Or you can create your own group. So I can basically create a group here, for example, and I can say, okay, let's create a group of all mathematics teachers in Philippines, or all mathematics teachers in Asia. Or I'll create a super group. Let me create a group of all teachers in Asia. So if you're a teacher from Asia, you can actually join this group. So this is a group. This is an exclusive group. Let's just put it that way. An exclusive group for teachers from any country across Asia. You go.
I can't join that group.
You can't. It's only for Asians. Sorry. All right. So again, a very simple way for you to communicate, for you to learn, and for you to actually build your own courses as well. Now, let me log out of the system and I will show you how you can sign in. So let me just log out and then I will sign in again. How you can sign up, rather, not sign in, but sign up. I will show you exactly how to sign up. So hang on, let me just go back and exit from the system and we can take it up from there. Okay. How is everybody doing so far? It'd be really good to see some feedback of whatever you've seen so far from teachers. I can't see the chat comments, but perhaps Roy and Kirsten can help share that.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
so
people. Oh, go ahead, Roy.
yeah, so there's a lot of queries in the chat. Everyone's really super excited to be using the new system. Yeah, and again, just to clarify to everybody, you might be a little confused. Do not click on the version 1 link, because then it will lead you to version 1 and it asks you for an activation link and email. That is the previous version of FREEJOO. Today we are launching the new and improved version of FREEJOO. So do not click on version 1. Do not. So in the chat that we were repeating this, click on the sign up button. After you've clicked the sign up button for version 2, just follow the rest of the instructions in the form. And then once you click on sign up, you will see the courses as Neil has demonstrated. And then in the courses, enroll into the importance of continuing professional development. That is our course and topic for today. Go through the course, 14 steps, the materials and exercises and assessments. At the end of that, you will get your e-certificate by email, okay? But you have to finish the course on FREEJOO version 2, the new version, complete the micro course, complete that course, and then you will get your e-certificate by email, okay? So this is different from what we've been doing before, where it's just a usual other form and then it's sent separately. It's a different method because we want you guys to experience version 2 and how it is to earn CPD courses. Okay, this is how we're doing it. So yeah, so it's probably because a lot of people are kind of using the system now, so it give it some time to load. That is quite normal. If you've seen other websites, if let's say for our friends in the Philippines, if you recall the IKEA website when it first launched, it crashed within the first 30 minutes because to more than 100,000 people were signing up. Okay, so you might experience some slowdown when you're using version 2. That's okay. Again, so Neil, maybe you can show them where exactly to click so that they're not
Yep,
confused.
absolutely. So if you see here on the top right hand corner, there's something called sign up. Okay, so what you need to do is click on sign up, and that will bring you to the registration page. And this is where you will go and sign up and complete sign up.
Yeah, so
Okay,
the registration page should look like this. Do not click on version 1 because if you click on version 1, you will see a different step and it'll ask you for an activation link. No need for that anymore. Just click that big orange button on the right, sign up, and you will see this form here.
yeah, agreed.
And you don't need an activation code. You don't need a coupon code.
Just go in and sign up. Don't worry about the coupon code. You do not need any coupon code. Just go and sign in. Okay,
If you
everybody
want
good?
one, you can use mine. It's KIR 2020, I
No,
think.
it's not needed, Kirst.
I know, but if they want one.
All right. Okay. So, any questions?
Why don't we go and look for questions from the see if we have any questions from the audience at Mentimeter, because we've thrown a lot of stuff at people.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
don't need to, you can still sign up even after this webinar. That's not a problem. So if even after this recording, you can rewatch, and later on the FREEJOO version 2 site will still be open. You can sign up anytime. Again, professional development at your convenience. You can get upskilled and take the courses at your own time, at your own pace. So that is the convenience of online learning and online professional development.
Right. Okay. So, we've got questions from Mentimeter. Shall we move to the audience questions?
And I think we
Okay.
should be mindful of time as well. It
Yeah.
is
Yeah. We
Yeah.
are okay. So let's take on the first question. It says, this person says, "Thank you very much for this first time experience to attend your webinar. I really love it. How can we join your webinar again? Is it okay to email us?" So for that, um, you don't need an email anymore. You all you need to do is register for your free lifetime membership on freejew.com, and you will automatically get updates through the system that, hey, there's a new webinar up and running, so you can go in and attend it, and you can complete the course and get your certificate. All right, so don't worry about that. Okay, then there's somebody somebody says, "Do students need to have a FREEJOO account for an online course I have created on this platform?" Yes, they do. However, it's free for the students. It's free for the students, so you don't have to pay anything for the students. All you need to pay for is for your own account if you want to create courses. So that brings me to the affordability bit. Okay, that brings me to the affordability bit. Is it free? Yes, it is. The first 20 courses are free. Okay, the first 20 courses are free. However, moving forward, if you want to attend the virtual events, you can. But if you want a certificate for those events from next week onwards, you will need to have a premium membership, which is paid. And the paid membership will give you the following. The paid membership will give you access to more than 60 to 70 different courses that we've created for you in different languages. It will give you access to certificates for every single event that you attend through Akadasia, number 2. And number 3 is you will be able to create your own courses and enroll up to 100 students on FREEJOO for your own online tuition or whatever. Okay, all of this premium membership comes at a very, very, very low price of $20 US per year. Okay, I will repeat it. It is for 20 US dollars per year. So that's equivalent to about 4 cups of Starbucks coffee.
I was just thinking that. That's less than my husband spends at Starbucks in a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for our friends in the Philippines, right? At 20 US dollars per year, that is only 1,000 pesos per year. That is less than around 80 pesos per month. All right? Less than $2 per month. Very, very affordable.
Yeah. So if you remember earlier, I had mentioned that we want to make sure that teachers don't have excuses of saying that I can't afford CPD courses, or I can't access CPD courses in my own language, or I can't find the kind of courses that I want to learn or that I am interested in. No more excuses. There's all of that is gone from today. You can pick and choose the courses that you want to take on and learn from. It's only $20 a year for the premium membership. If you don't want a premium membership, it's fine. You can still access the 20 courses, and you can still basically join any virtual event for free. No problem. Okay. It's just that when you want a certificate for those 20 courses or for the virtual events, and you want to get access to more CPD units, that's when you pay $20. Otherwise, you don't need to pay. So it's really up to you. Right. So let's move on to different questions. One teacher says, how to pay? Okay, good question. Once you create your account, your free account on FREEJOO, when you create that account, you will find on the left bar, there is a payment option there. So you can actually click on payment, and you can make payments through GCash in Philippines, through credit cards, or through going and paying through a bank. So even in India, Indonesia, you can actually go to a local bank and make payments by cash if you don't have credit cards, or you can pay by credit card, either ways. So we've made it very, very accessible. Okay. So there's no excuses for teachers to say, I can't do this because it's too expensive. So yeah. So let's look at some more questions, Kirsten. Okay. So I have, okay, then how many course I need to accomplish before earning the certificate? Okay. Every course that you complete will come with a certificate as long as you are a premium member. Okay. So as long as you are a premium member, every single course that you complete, you will get a certificate. For today, this particular event, the course which is attached to this event, you will get the certificate for this one course straight away at no charge. It's free. But moving forward, from next week onwards, every single course that you take up and every virtual event that you attend, you will get a certificate for it as long as you are a premium member. And the premium membership is only $20 a year. That's it. Okay.
We have a
Okay.
question. Can you sign up tomorrow? You can sign up at any time. In fact,
Anytime.
right now we've got so many people trying to sign up. You might want to wait, give it a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Because
also have some questions. That's a good suggestion, Kirsten, to let them kind of wait a little bit as everyone's signing up. There's also a couple of queries if they can pay through Western Union or Palawan. Yes, you'll be able to pay through um, uh, remittance centers or pawn shops. Right now, once you enter the system, we can accept GCash. So we're able to accept GCash payments in case you don't have a credit card. We can accept GCash. So that'll be available. But for today, take advantage. Okay, the certificate for today's webinar is free. So make sure you sign up and accomplish the course, and that way you will get the certificate emailed to you. But moving forward after this webinar, you will have to start the subscription, which is again very, very affordable, less than 80 pesos per month. Okay, less than $2 per month.
Okay, there's another question here. If you travel to another country, can you still access your login? Yep.
I was just going to answer that because I am in the States.
Yeah. It works globally. Any country in the world can access it. and it's very, very affordable for teachers from all around the world to actually access it. All right, so don't
And
worry about that.
all our courses have CPD units, and someone asked about, are they accredited by PRC? And they are.
Yep.
Yeah, so we will get those points. We are currently in process with PRC to get our webinars pointed. So we are already accredited by PRC as an organization. We're just waiting for the points assignment for the courses.
Okay, somebody else is asking, can I go to a 7-Eleven and make payment at 7-Eleven? Yeah, you can. Just walk into any 7-Eleven and make the payment there. No problem at all. So again, we made it very, very affordable. And no, Miss Tina, you can't pay in installment terms. It's only $20. An installment in every month is going to be about $2. The bank charges alone will be more than the $2 monthly fee. So it is a one-time annual fee. It's a yearly membership. So it's $20 per year, and you can renew after a year if you want to. Okay. And let's see if there's any other questions. Yeah. Okay. So I have already signed in. How can I enroll in the courses? So once you have signed in, click on the top bar. You will see something called Skilled, SKILLED, Skill Ed. When you click on Skill Ed, you will see all the courses there. So select whichever course you want and enroll in it. Once you enroll in it, you can start learning at your own time, at your own pace. Okay?
There's another question in the chat. I guess they're clarifying. Some of them are still getting an activation link even if they sign up. That's okay. Just check your email address. In your email, you should see an activation link, and just click on it so that you can verify your version 2 account. Okay, so just go ahead and do that. It's very easy to register. We have a lot of participants now on the call or on the webinar who have already been able to sign up. And for those who are asking what the GCash number is of Akadasia, no need for that. So when you pay GCash, it's automatic. So just enter your own details so that you can make the GCash payment on FREEJOO version 2.
Yeah. And again, like I said, there is no time limit, right? It's a time limit is 1 year. So you can basically complete the courses at your own time and at your own pace. There is no limitation like you have to complete one course every week or something like that. No, we understand that you are all busy. So whenever you have the time on a Sunday, Saturday, in the semester break, in the evening before you sleep, maybe you want to complete maybe one paragraph or watch one video or maybe play one game. It's really up to you how you complete it. You will have access to the entire platform for an entire year. Okay.
I can't wait to hear from people who were on version 1 how amazingly different version 2 is. So if you had version 1 and you're thinking this is a slightly different thing, it has been completely redone. We can chat very easily. We're not using Slack anymore. I know someone said they had difficulty using Slack. We don't use Slack. The chatting is all done within the FREEJOO system.
Yeah. Also, somebody is asking, can you explain the courses? What are they about and the details of this literacy, numeracy, etc.? So let me kind of address that. Our approach to offering the professional development courses is focused on 21st century education skills for teachers. Okay. The courses have been designed not just for faculty members, but also for administrators, for principals and deans, and so on and so forth. Okay. We focus on 3 specific things. One is pedagogy skills. We want to show the teachers the different pedagogical frameworks which are out there and how they can actually take those pedagogical frameworks and pick the right framework for the course which they are designing for their learners. All right. So that's the first part, pedagogical skills. The second type of courses that we have tackle technical or technology-based skill sets. So how do I use Flipgrid? How do I use Canva? How do I use Mentimeter? And how do I embed that? But it's not just how do I use a particular tool. More importantly, it is when do I use it and why do I pick this particular tool from the several thousands of other tools which are available in the market? What is the thinking behind that? So we kind of have courses which teachers can actually sign up for those kind of courses as well. And the third part is the life skills. Okay, so the life skills are very important because especially when I said earlier about the future of work, We are talking about, our students, our learners who need to be creative, who need to have an entrepreneurial or a growth mindset, who need to be critical thinkers. That's fantastic. But then let me ask, are the teachers entrepreneurial? Are the teachers, do the teachers have the skill sets to teach critical thinking? Do the teachers have the skill sets to teach financial literacy in a way that is not boring to the digital native learners? So we also tackle skill sets. So that's three different specific areas of the courses that we are building. But having said that, we are not just the only ones building courses. Okay, so I'm also very excited and happy to share that we have partnered with Julia Gabriel Education in Singapore, and very shortly they will be launching their own series of courses specifically for early childhood educators. Okay, so for teachers who really want an academic certification coming in from Julia Gabriel in Singapore, those options will also be opened up to you if you're a premium member. And of course, those courses will be at an extra cost, but again, very, very affordable. Okay, very, very affordable. We are not trying to gouge people's eyes out. We want everybody to learn and improve themselves so that collectively we can really make a positive impact on the lives of the younger learners all around the world. So, yeah.
And help make teachers' lives easier, because as we have said so many times throughout the courses of our fireside chats tonight and in other conversations that we've had, teaching is the most important job. Our futures are in your hands. And I want to again thank you. Thank you not only for being here tonight, but thank you for all you do. We understand. We're all come from an education background. We understand how hard your job can be and how underappreciated you can feel at times. At Akadasia, we appreciate you. The founders of this company created it because we wanted to make sure that you had the skills and the tools that you need, not only to survive, but to thrive. And that's something we haven't thought about since the pandemic hit. Everyone has just been in survival mode. The classes that are available to you here on FREEJOO not only help you survive, but they help you thrive.
Yeah. Great. I guess that's all the time we have today. It's already 4:30 here, and we hope that all of you have enjoyed yourselves today. And I also hope that you all can sign up at the earliest at your convenience and be a part of the community and make it happen so that all of us can learn from each other. Yeah, Kirsten.
I just want to say thank you to everyone for being a part of this community. I look forward to learning along with you when you join our different groups. Thank you, Roy and Neil and everyone for letting me be a part of the Akadasia family. Any parting words from you for the seminar today, Roy?
It's been a pleasure being with all of you today. And please take advantage of this very easy way to get your CPD online and your certificates online. There's still some questions in the chat how to get the certificate. Create your FREEJOO account, enroll into the course, the importance of continuous professional development, complete the course, and you will get your e-certificate by email. Okay, so hope to see you all in FREEJOO version 2. Let's chat over there. Okay, please chat with us on FREEJOO version 2.
And our next
Absolutely.
seminar, Fireside Chat, is in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Actually, next week we have a fireside chat specifically for Indonesia. So if you are joining us from Indonesia, there will be a fireside chat in Bahasa Indonesia for our Indonesian teachers. So please look out for the links to join that particular webinar, and they will be available inside FREEJOO. So please go ahead and sign up for your free account today. All right.
Thank you all. Everyone have a great morning, day, night, wherever it is for you. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.